Basically, what we're doing is we're rolling out a customizable planet editor, and you can like go in and make your own planets and then use those planets to play before we leave. So you can like really dress up the islands and the planets to be approximately what you want, and like customize amounts of resources that are in the buildings and so on and so forth. So yeah, as well as the planet editor, we're doing building forests without a road connection, building upgraded buildings directly, which is a really nice feature. You don't have to place the base building and then like work to upgrade it. You can just, if you have the resources for it, you can just straight up build that settlement. Technologies in the tech panel will have colored borders according to the highest research type they need, which is a really nice change. And large space wells have been changed so that they won't be as instantly destructive. You have one or two passes where they usually won't eat much of importance, so you've got time to react and set up shield defenses. So you can actually go in right now, if you own Before We Leave on Steam, and test out these changes in our experimental branch. Okay, this is our roadmap. We've already done the quality of life, but we're always doing quality of life updates. We've done the scenario update that shipped at the same time as we came out on Steam. Our mid-year update has actually been split into several different updates. We have a Mac build coming. It's being tested at the moment with Team 17. They're doing some great work for us on the QA front, so thanks gang, appreciate it. Editable planets, or the planet editor update is what we've been talking about recently. It was going to ship with the editable scenarios, but it turned out to be such a big update and so much work needed to happen with Before We Leave behind the scenes to like refactor code and that sort of thing that we actually ended up splitting it into two. So editable scenarios might be coming later on if that's something that people are still keen for. Editable planets obviously coming soon, and a new thing, nothing that we can talk about yet, but we'll probably have news coming in the next couple of months, so you'll have to sit tight for that one. Alright, I'm gonna ring Chief Monkey, aka Sam. Mr. Barham, prepare yourself.
Hello.
Hello. Can everyone hear Sam okay?
I can.
Yeah. Thank you. Unbelievable. Oh, how are you today?
Not bad.
That's good. I love this for us. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So what have you been working on today? Well, since our last stream, I guess.
Wow. I was just looking at our patch notes because I figured I should probably try and be informed.
One of us needs to know.
Sorry?
One of us needs to know.
Yeah, one of us needs to know. So since you streamed the Planet Editor last week, was that only last week?
That was last week, Sam, yeah.
Oh my gosh. So we spotted a few things that weren't quite right in that, and we've had a couple of people give us a whole bunch of feedback from the experimental branch. So pretty much we're just going through fixing all kinds of things. Several bits and pieces that the Planet Editor didn't let you add yet, like we haven't done it yet, but we're going to add in the ability to add that flowery biome from one of the scenarios.
Yes, please.
And all sorts of things like that.
Yeah.
We have made it so that this is a big one. In the main game, you're going to be able to click on a building button and access all its upgrades in a list. So instead of having to like place a building and then upgrade it and then upgrade it and then upgrade it, you can just go and place it directly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The only requirement there is you have to have already built that upgrade before. So like if you haven't already upgraded a kitchen to kitchen 3, you can't directly place a kitchen 3 yet.
Okay.
Until you've done the upgrade the manual way once. And yeah, stuff like that. Custom planets now rotate when they're in the game.
Ooh.
We've disabled achievements when you're playing a game with custom planets. We had one
Yes.
person uh, create a custom planet with 1,000 people on it,
Oh,
load it into the game, and suddenly get the achievement for having a game with 1,000 people in it.
oh, that's such a
It was
tough
like,
achievement too.
yeah.
I felt so
He said
bad. I was
he,
like, oh
he said that
no.
he
I'm
was almost
sorry.
at the point of getting it for real, and suddenly this went and gave it to him, which
Oh
is a little bit disappointing.
God, sorry. I remember reading that in Discord, being like, oh crap.
Well, they were on the experimental branch. You get
Yeah,
what you pay for. You get what the name says.
that is true. It's very
Yeah,
experimental. Um,
it is.
yes.
It's
So
getting better.
yes, yes,
Um,
for sure.
and also, so today I'm working on Steam Workshop support.
Mmm.
So we've got it that you can upload files to the Steam Workshop. And I'm just finishing off a few things around that, and then I'm going to start on the bit for downloading files from Steam Workshop.
That's cool.
Um, and you can also export planets as a file. So EGS players that don't have access to the Steam Workshop can still hand files to their friends and export them and all that sort of thing.
Marvelous. That's really good.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
Doing heaps of stuff.
Yeah, all kinds of things.
Yep.
Yeah,
So how will it actually work? So you'll go onto the Steam just for Steam let's just talk about Steam because I guess that's
yeah,
easier. People will
yeah,
have a better grasp of how Steam works. I know I do. So people will be able to go onto the Steam Workshop and just like opt in to
yeah,
to builds,
yep,
kind of like you do with, let's say, a game like Skyrim, where you like go into the workshop and there's like a billion mods, and you just hit like add to list or download or whatever, and it will just
yeah,
add it to your game like that.
yep. That's the one.
Oh, that's
Um,
super easy.
yeah,
Nice.
I think the way it works is it doesn't start downloading those files until you play the game. So if you
Mm,
hit subscribe or whatever it is to a whole bunch of new planets and then go and start playing before we leave, you'll have to wait a wee while for them to actually download before you can actually play a
yep.
game with them. But that's not a big deal.
Yep. Um,
Um, yeah. And then if you can also just export them as a file regardless of whether you're on Epic or Steam version, and that just, save dialog comes up, you choose your location, creates a file that you can then hand to anyone to import into their game.
awesome. That sounds good to me. Cool. What's coming up? Okay, other than NZGDC, where you're giving your very first keynote, which is a bit
Yes,
exciting, and I know that you're
a little bit.
absolutely thrilled about it, and you can't wait to do it.
Can't wait to have it done.
Ah, spoken like a true introvert.
That's the one.
So, other than that, is there anything else that's going to be happening within the next week or 2 weeks, since we're going to be away? We won't be streaming next week, that the people will want to know about.
Um, Theoretically, the Mac build should be out soon. I
Mm-hmm.
don't know the date. It's all just basically waiting on QA to finish testing it and
Yeah,
stuff, but it should be out soon.
absolutely fantastic.
Um, Planet Editor update is, it feels like it's in the final stretches,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd be a little bit surprised if it came out, got released in the next 2 weeks. Oh, I heard you talking about it before.
Yes,
I've had an email back from Epic.
love it.
Um, so I can't guarantee that we'll be able to do anything, but it looks like we're on the way to making the experimental branch available on EGS.
Oh, that's such good
Um,
news.
but it was just sort of an initial email, so I can't guarantee that it'll definitely happen.
Cool. I think we are all good.
Cool.
Rad. Thank you
All right.
so much,
See
Sam.
ya all later. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.